two 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 punchers, high energy. We both do what we both do what we do, right? And you just seen it. No, a nigga like Charlie Clips is not gonna make me change what I do. I'm always gonna do Froze. Danny's always gonna do Danny, and you know, he just finds a way to win battles, man. He's an ultra competitor, one of the top dudes in the game. He's been for a long time. I could argue the most underrated in battle rap history. You can make that case for Danny. But it's really a style clash, man. You know, it's in Philly. A little edge to me for that. Danny's used to battling on the road, though, so I ain't going to sit here and act like that's going to hurt.
But he battled in Philly against News, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I love News, and News is on the upswing, and News got a career in front of him, man. Y'all don't know who News is from Philly. Check him out. That's my boy. He's dope. This is a different level, though, than that. You know
I agree.
Yeah, this
Respectfully.
And much respect. Like, this is way different. Like, News is still figuring out how to battle. He's so dope, but he's still figuring out how to work the ring and shit like that. I'm so battle tested. Like, you battling me in Philly, it could get dark. You know, Geechee didn't come here and have his way when we battled in Philly. So, you know, I don't foresee Danny either. You know, I'm comfortable in that.
What do you mean you don't foresee Danny, sir? Danny can get busy anywhere, sir.
I said having his way with Rosenberg. First of all, ain't no battle rapper in the world just gonna have his way with me. Like,
Excuse me.
There's no battle rapper on the planet just gonna have their way with me. And what I mean by that,
I agree. I agree with that.
If I ain't show you that first Charlie, I don't know what else I would have to do, right? So, you know, it doesn't. I battle up to the level. So wherever it is, wherever they, you know, the opponent is, I get up for that. So pause. So, you know, I'm telling you, there's not one battler who's just getting out on me and making me look crazy. I'm too much Rosenberg for that. Like, I'm too skilled in what my skill set is. Like, that's what I mean. Like, so you understand, so it don't sound like I'm being cocky or something.
Nah, wrong. You're that dude, my guy. You're that dude.
I know for a fact that this fucking double jab with this straight over the top will knock something out. So I'm confident that if I get in a fight, if I throw this double with this straight behind it and it connect, I might hurt something, right? So I know my game, I know my skill set, I know what pockets to stay in to give me success in battles. It doesn't matter what battle I stand in front of. It's not like I don't feel like I gotta change what I do. I just feel like I gotta make sure I had a right approach to angles. I'm touching the right areas that need to be touched as far as topics, and the rest to take care of itself. But no, there's not a battle rapper breathing that I fear that I can't beat. There's not.
How do you feel about you and Charlie overall?
I thought that I won the first 2 rounds. I won the second round very clear. The first round, I feel like people are making it seem. I watched, so in the building, I felt like it was more debatable. I got to watch the battle 3 to 4 times now. The first round is not as close as I thought it was in the building. And that was more towards his material. A lot of Rosenberg flips, you know, Heisenberg, Pittsburgh, a lot of shit that just it's almost the easiest way to score points in battle rap is flipping names. So when I felt like Charlie came out with the first round, flipping names a lot, I'm like, he took the easy way out this round and shit. You know what I mean? So I felt like my pockets, I felt like I was more polished in what I was delivering in the first round. Second round, I dog walked him. I'm not gonna lie. The second round was almost criminal. I mean, I was beating this shit out. Is your second round one of your favorite rounds in your battle rap history in your career?
That's what it felt like everyone was saying.
That round and my third round versus Ill Will, I would say. I would say. And then in the third round, he had that angle, which kind of really took the air out of the building. It was crafted perfectly, and and you know, on the surface, it appeared to be more.
People thought you were uncomfortable. People thought you looked uncomfortable. They were like, "Oh, Berg looked uncomfortable."
Well, it depends on what you deem as uncomfortable. If nothing that he said bothered me,
right.
I knew I didn't have a counter for it. I knew I didn't have a counter for it. You got to think he's going first in the third. We're in the third round, and he's going first. So he's rapping this shit, and I know the third that I got left has nothing responding to what he's talking about.
Right.
So he's having this heavy round. I'm about to rap about some whole other shit that don't got nothing to do with what he just said, and I don't know if that's going to be able to recover to win this round. So if I was bothered, it was by that. And then also, I had a rebuttal that I didn't pull the trigger on that I really thought cost me that round. What I was trying to rebuttal was, I said something like, you sending snapshots of personal business like that's gonna get you to win, just like your daddy Charlie up here snitching again, and I couldn't get that off. So I felt like when I was rapping my third, it was in no response to what he said. So they weren't really they weren't feeling it as much as they were in the first and second. So I had to eat that round, and I knew I lost that round because I couldn't pull the trigger on a freestyle and didn't have any rebuttal to what he was saying.
But go back to the first round right quick.
And then
it felt like ARP, both brothers were judging the battle.
Then you got ARP reaching for his fucking phone instead of just staring
at
him. Like, what the fuck are you doing, ARP? Like, are you serious? So, he like, yo, go check your phone. Go ahead, check your phone. And I'm like, hey, I'm looking at him and thinking in my head, hey, nigga, you better not grab that phone. You better, because here's the thing. Charlie could have texted him. Charlie could have checked. Charlie, the camera didn't get to pick up what was on the screen. So Charlie could have texted him, psych, I lied. He might not have even texted him any screenshots. But the fact that A grabbed his phone, looked at it, it was like, hey, you helping this fucking animal. Me and A had a whole conversation about it. But to A's defense, he got caught up in the Charlie game. Charlie's a crafty dude, and I'll be going on champion this week. I'm gonna be trying to neutralize that third before it come out because we definitely gotta put some context on what happened. You know what I mean?
So let me ask. Go back to the first round right quick. It felt like after the first round that he was judging your battle. He said something like to the effect to you like, "Oh, you could have got the first round, but you didn't say this." What was the conversation y'all had after the first round? Like, he was trying to critique the reason why he felt he won the first round because you left something out, you didn't say something or something to that effect.
I don't technically remember. I know, I'll tell you what, after the first round in the building, I felt like I won the round. So when we went to the second, I grabbed my best round because I felt in my head, I'm like, I think I'm up 1-0 on Charlie. Mind you, I won the coin toss. So I know I'm going last every round. He goes, then I get the answer. So I'm like, all right, first he go, all right, that's a good round. I go. I felt like I won that round. Then he goes in the second round. It's his worst round of the battle.
Yes, it was.
I don't want to say it was garbage, but it was weak. And
it was weak. It was high and it went downhill.
Yeah. So I'm like, yo, I'm gonna go with my cooker round because I might be able to get up 2-0 on this nigga right now. Right? So that's what I did. So me going with my best round second lets you know what I felt about the first in the building. The problem is most of the people felt like he was down 2-0, but his fucking third came off so well, motherfuckers wanted to go backtrack. I think I might have Charlie in that for this. Stop dicky. You know you did. No, you didn't.
Wait, Froze, hold on. Are you saying if someone? Well, Froze, hold on. Are you saying if someone gave Clips the first round, they reach him?
I feel like if you say, I'll tell you what I feel like. If you say, yo, Raw, the first round could go either way. Well, that's my round then. But that's my round. I'm claiming it. If you say the first round, how? I'm telling you now. Listen to what it means, 3. Yo, the first round could go either way. If you say that, you're literally saying, well, I can make a case Raw won that round.
Yes.
I can make a case Clips won that round.
Yes.
So, you know, that's all I mean by that. But anybody picking Clips 2-1, I wouldn't be upset at that.
Okay.
He did enough for you to feel like he won the battle. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I seen multiple tweets of people saying I was up 2-0. And then I seen them same people go and say, I might have to go back and check that first because you felt so good about Charlie third. Now you want to go back and swing him the first round, which, I mean, listen, I've done that before. Close rounds, a motherfucker get murdered, and I'm like, nah, fuck that, he won. So I get it. It was a great battle. I think, I leveled up regardless. If you saw the stream, there was no skill gap in what me and Charlie did. I think I proved that. You know, if you hold Charlie up here, I literally showed you the skill gap was really close. And you can't have your cake and eat it. This is one of the best Charlies I see. You can't say that and then not act like the battle wasn't really close, which is a hat tilt for Froze. You know what I mean? There was a lot of people. If Charlie tried, Froze don't got a shot. I think I've proven that none of your favorite battle rappers can just do what they want to me. I'm waiting.
They can't.
I'm waiting. No. None of everybody in this Dickie and in this joke Clips won. I understand that. You can say that. That's not a knock towards me. It's a compliment because you feel the need to tell me he won. You knew how much danger he was in. Because if you go back and look at the battle, midway through the second, it's a lot of head scratches. Yo, Clips getting fucked up in this joint. So
yes,
Clips needed a angle that he had no business having. Think about this. Clips needed an angle that he had no business having. P sent him personal messages between me and him that ARP already knew about. He needed that to make a round, to make the battle competitive, right? So it's like, he shouldn't even have had that information, but he got it. So, you know, if I know what I got coming up. I know I represented myself well in that battle. I know bare none in the second round. I decimated him. And you know, it was a good battle, and I learned a lot. I learned to trust my rebuttal. I had a cooker rebuttal, and I couldn't pull the trigger on it, and I learned something in that battle, and I won't make that mistake again.
But can a rebuttal make you win a round, though? Respectfully, can it make you win a round?
The rebuttal, if you watched his round in the third, if I would have started off like you sending screenshots to ARP, like that's gonna get you to win, just like your fucking daddy Clips up there snitching again. If I would have said that in response to what he said, no, it wouldn't have killed his round, but it would have been a response to what he said, and it might have made their ears more susceptible to hear what I had after that, than rather them having to hear it with no response into what he said. So yeah, it would have changed the game. It would have changed the round significantly.
How much are you looking forward to getting your first 1 million views when it drops?
You know, I'm proud, man. I'm proud. Me and my dad, you know.
Shut up, Pops.
My pop, you can't tell my pop I'm not. My pop would tell you if Rosenberg Raw stopped today, he's the first Hall of Famer. He'll tell you that. And I'm telling you, if you disagree with him, be ready to argue because his facts will be there. Now, I'll tell him, nah, Pop, I'm not there yet. I think you can make a case for me being a Hall of Fame battler, but first ballot, like that's strong. And my biggest argument would be, I don't got 1 million view battle, no platinum battles. I got 700,000, 800, 600. Not having a 1 million view battle, I think that's a requirement, bare minimum, to get in a Hall of Fame type class. So you could be as nice as you want. You don't have one of those, you can't get in. So right now, in my opinion, until I get a platinum battle, you know, I'm still trying to grow this brand. I ain't ignorant to that. So, but I
thought I was tired of hearing cool running bars and McDonald's lines. But them lines you have were fire, my nigga. I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought I didn't want to hear no more cool running bars. And this nigga had a fire cool running bar.
I had the best cool running bar ever. So let's get that straight. And I swear to God, I never heard nobody have a cool running bar. So you saying you heard them before.
Yeah, man, throughout the years, man, cool running bars.
Yo, my cool running bar was
fire.
Yeah.
But I I wanted the cool running bars to go away, but I was like, oh, Roy hit us with a fire one though. He hit us with a fire one though. I'm not gonna lie to you.
The McDonald's fire bar was fire too.
It was fire too. I'm not gonna lie to you.
You know why I didn't bother you three? Because I got my own style and my own sound. So
That's
the way I said it, you never heard it that way. You know what I mean? Let Nitty go up there talking about some McDonald's fries. I'm like, what the fuck is Nitty talking about? We want to hear about calculus and algebra from Nitty. So, yeah.
Bro, let me ask you this. How do you feel about having your own style? You came into the game not sounding like no one, bro. A lot of these niggas came into the game, this person sound like this person, this person sound like this one. You came into the game sound like no one, bro. How much do you hold that dear to you that you sound like yourself?
Show V, all my shit fire, bro. For sure. I do. All of it's fire. All of it's fire. Now, what's the end of that question?
No, I'm saying you came into the game sound like yourself. You didn't come into the game sound like another battle rapper. You think what I'm saying?
Well,
how much you put
my style was really crafted from the whole Philadelphia scene. All the battle rappers from Philly. Your Reed Dollars, Cheek Raw, Vodka, NH, Meek. All those dudes are who I grew up rap. I didn't know how to rap when I laid eyes on what they were doing. So, coming in the game with my own style, I was kind of like a hybrid of everything I was mesmerized by, which was the Philly DVD scene. And that's why you're able to see me get in those pockets that I'm able to get in, because I really rap on beats. So I'm really able to jump in pockets a cappella that the average battler isn't jumping in these pockets, because a lot of battle rappers can't even rap on beats. You know what I mean? So it's an honor to have your own style in 2023. Everything's so copied. Everything's so watered down. You know what I mean? And you know what's funny, Three? This same style right now that's aged like fine wine, this is the same style back in 2014 that had me low tier. Same style. Now my writing is stepped up.
Yes,
The style's always been there. And it's just aged better. And now in 2023, I'm getting appreciated for things that I used to get clowned for. It's funny how you stay true to yourself, man. It'll turn around. It'll turn around for you. So, that's one thing I did. I trusted it. I didn't say, maybe this ain't as fast as I wanted to. Let me go try to sound like Twerk, because that's working for him.
Right.
It was a whole 2 years. It was a whole 2 years where 80% of the battle rappers were sounding like Twerk. It was bad. It was bad.
Terrible.
You know what?
It was terrible.
And you know what, Three? I was part of that 20 that never did. Never sounded like him. So I take pride in having my own style. And truth be told, it's why I'm able to win and stay in so many battles. Because that it's exclusive. You're only hearing that style of shit from pros. You understand what I'm saying? You're just not a battler. You can be like, oh yeah, him and Froze do the same. Nah, no, we don't. So having my own style has been my crutch. It's been a leg up for me. And I feel like I've been able to stay ahead of the pack. And what I mean by that is there's a group of battle rappers that are all in the same bubble. And I felt like I've done just enough to stay ahead of that curve and kind of be able to create my own lane for myself. So my own style is priceless. You can't buy that.
It was you, Bill Collector, and I want to say it was Time Bomb who came in together, right? The funny thing about all three of you niggas that all three of you had your own style. You didn't sound like Bill. Bill didn't sound like you. Tom, but you and Bill kind of weathered the storm more than Time Bomb. Shout out to Time Bomb and everything like that. But yeah, man, you've always had that ill style that I rock with, man. A lot of people rock with heavy, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. 100%. Bill's unique too, man. He's a real unique player. I actually think it's unique on how different me and Bill are coming from the same area. You can separate us from the majority of the battlefield and be like, nah, they the only two niggas that sound like that. Now, what I will say is, I've always Bill had a little tech in me. I always thought he had a little bit of Tech 9 to his style.
He did. Early Bill, yes.
Yeah, I thought he had a little bit of Tech 9 to his style. But he also, nowadays, I don't hear it. You know what I mean?
No, not anymore. No.
Yeah, so he's created his own lane, his own sound, and man, shout out to Bill. And good luck whatever he got going on coming up.
What do you think about the other battle rappers stepping in? The real deals of the world. Ines, Philly cutting the build heavy. You know what I mean? What do you think?
Men with integrity. You know what I mean? They seem easy in a boat. There was some holes in the boat. Water was getting in, and it looked like it was sinking. And a couple of niggas got on some canoes and paddled over to him, hopped on the boat, and started plugging up the water holes. So, hats off to them, man. I wish nothing but the best for Easy. I know where he came from. I know what he had to go through to get his success. I may not agree or disagree with everything, or how he does things, but one thing I can say is he got a plan, and he's trusting it, and he's sticking to it, and he's gambling on himself. And we've had countless conversations, so to see a bad situation turn around so quickly for him, I'm glad, because I don't wish anything ill will on him. See, really, you don't hide that I root for my guys over anybody. I'm sorry. I love Big K to death. I never want to see Big K having more success than Easy in the battle world. I want to see all that for Easy. If I had to pick, I'm picking Easy, and I fuck with both of them. So, he's a hometown peer. I know where we come from. He grew up on these same, streets and roads and neighborhoods that I grew up in. So I'm always rooting for him, and I'm glad Real Deal, Ines, Dub the Phenom, them dudes from the city stepped up for him. And
it's a Philly card. It's a Philly card, Rose. It's a Philly card.
For sure. And you know what?
It's a PA card. Go ahead. Sorry.
None of the. Nah, but listen, we're suburban Philadelphia. You know what I mean? So
right.
We're a part of that scene. And anybody who makes it seem like we're not, you're weird. But I think that I think that nobody that's not on the card who got off the card, there's no money. We're not missing anything. He lost Swamp. He still kept Danny. Added Real Deal. It's gonna be the same margin of money he was gonna make. He's not gonna lose anything. So, good for him. Good for him.
Educate us how big Easy and Reed is for the city.